So today I'm going to be going over the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. If you've been watching my old videos, you probably know that I was anticipating seeing this movie for a very long time. So I was very excited when I got to see it yesterday. It officially came out, I think, today. So I'm going to dissect this movie the best I can. But any type of images that you're going to see in this video, I'm not trying to like post anything from the movie because I want that integrity to stay there. I want this video to have like no type of spoilers whatsoever. I'm not gonna really reveal anything to you if you haven't seen it. That's why I'm not including anything from the movie, right? Okay, so just jumping right in. Just gonna say I did not like the main character. The main character, Mike. I did not like Mike. Haha. He was a bit of a, I don't know what's the word. What's the word I'm looking for? His character was not a good employee. Let's just say that. What makes you think it is okay to sleep on the job, sir? Wake up. What? Who is paying you to do this? They're paying you to go to sleep? Wish I had that job. Come on now. That's not right. Taking advantage of his employer. That's what he was doing. And the fact that he got jumped by the animatronics is probably justified in some sense. Give up his sibling, like, okay, go right ahead. Take him. That's not okay either. Those two things that Mike did took me off of his side. I am no longer on the side of Mike. I'm not on the side of the animatronics trying to murderize children, but not on Mike's side either. Mike can just go fly a kite. Alright, my favorite character was probably the Freddy costume, or, well, the Freddy costume and the ghost that inhabited it. That little interaction they had at the house with the Freddy costume and Mike's sibling was just priceless. He was basically the leader or the instigator, and yeah, he was definitely vengeful. I'll give him that. Definitely a evil little man. All right. As far as the story goes, it was consistent, at least as well as I know it. The story is a little bit complicated just because there are a lot of theories as to what's canon and what's not. Haven't read any of the books, although I have, watched those famous YouTubers dissect them. So I feel like I know the story a little bit. By no means am I an expert, but I feel like it did follow the story. There are other like game to film and like book to film adaptations that just completely just go left with whatever story that they're trying to tell, and they are nothing close to the source material. So I will say that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it stuck to the source material better than a lot of other adaptations. In my opinion, is better than completely coming up with your own story and your own characters and stuff like that, like the Resident Evil movies compared to the Resident Evil games. I don't think it was overhyped. I feel like it had just the right amount of like promotion and all that stuff. It was not overhyped at all. It was okay, had just the right amount of seasoning, and yeah. Was it the greatest horror movie ever? No, it was not. But they didn't promote it like that. So it had just the right amount of hype. And we all know there's going to be sequels. So yeah, it's building up, right? Let's just go back to the other like fan or game to film adaptations, like The Last of Us. It's not a film, it's a TV show, but still. Uncharted, Slender, and then like Halo, right? I feel like Five Nights at Freddy's did a little bit better than Uncharted, Slender, and Halo, but to be fair, I haven't seen all of Uncharted, so I wouldn't know. I started to watch it, but then I was like, this is weird. I don't like this. I played all of the Uncharted games, and I didn't like Mark Wahlberg as Sully. No, thank you. I did not like them in those roles. Not at all. The Last of Us TV show, I feel like that one did pretty good. Yes, it did pretty good. Like the actors. What wasn't really a fan of all the wokeness in there, but it is what it is. They still did a good job, right? I feel like it stacks up well. I am now a bigger fan of Five Nights at Freddy's than I was before I saw the movie. Really put it on my favorites list. I feel like I can get another laugh or two if I watch it again. So yeah. There were so many good parts in this movie. I am an idiot and I laugh at the stupidest things. And I just like, I pick up on these little like subtleties, and for me, that's what I like, right? My favorite scene would probably be the scene with the pharmacist. If you've seen the movie, you know that was probably the funniest part. It was funny, but it was real too. That's why I liked it. But it's hard for me to choose a favorite scene because there are so many that I liked. And I will just say, there are some other parts in there that you're gonna like if you haven't seen it. If you've been following Five Nights at Freddy's on YouTube specifically, then there are a lot of parts that will get you. And I really did like those parts. I really did. But that is just a theory. The movie was very easy to follow. This is definitely one of my favorite movies of this year. Not just horror movies in general, but one of my favorite movies, period. Liked it. I feel like I did myself a favor by becoming a Five Nights at Freddy's fan before I saw the movie, because then I was able to follow along a lot better. I would have put it into the drama category and maybe a comedy. Comparing it to other horror movies wouldn't be fair. And then finally, the rating. So I don't feel like I need to give this one a rating for a movie and then a horror movie. I feel like just one rating will suffice. Was it better than Evil Dead Rise? No. But that's only because I am like a horror fan. If it doesn't have like that true horror aspect, then it can't be better than Evil Dead Rise in my opinion. However, I will say this is a close second. For all the movies that I've seen this year, all of the 2023 releases that I've seen this year, Five Nights at Freddy's will definitely get second place. I was already a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, but watching the movie just made me an even bigger one. So I can't rate it higher than Evil Dead Rise because it didn't do the same things for me. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's will get an 8.5, and it is definitely worth watching. And with that, I'm going to bid you guys a good night, good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.